Hey everyone, welcome to AI Wellness. My name is Sharelle Mendenhall, your host, and today I am joined by Dave and Pete. How you guys doing today?
Great, thank you.
Better now after putting the Frenz Band on and going through that.
Really?
Yeah.
So your life has just completely changed?
It really was fascinating. As soon as the music started, I could sense that my focus was increasing.
That's incredible. Have you tried anything like this before?
Not like this. I do use music to focus. I know that when I'm at my desk distracted and I need to get stuff done, I will put on music. And there's different types of music that I find work pretty well for me, and I can just get in the zone and go. And I'm a musician. I should state that up front. Yeah. I'm a drummer. But sometimes that can be a liability because I'll start thinking of the music itself will distract me.
That's a great point.
Right? So it has to be the right music.
And that's what this does, is it takes the right music and fine-tunes it, because you might think that this is the one that helps me focus, or this is the one that soothes me, when in reality your brain's like, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. And it gets to decide. I don't get a vote.
So tell me, just for a quick moment, you were just in the other room, you put this on, and you went through a test. How was that?
It was eye-opening. I haven't done it with technology before, other than I'm familiar with theta waves and delta waves and that sort of thing. I should state that for a while I was a stage hypnotist. So I'm very familiar with hypnosis and self-hypnosis and that sort of thing. So when it's telling me to focus, I went to that space.
Wow.
And so I find it very natural.
And because of our offline conversation, I want to know what you don't do. I think that's a different conversation.
Right.
But how do you feel about it? Like right now, just as far as, is it going to help you in life?
Oh, absolutely. Because it comes to me mindfulness, and it helps focus, and particularly in my job when I fly airplanes, focus is key. And there's times when you need to take everything that's going on around you and let it go by and focus on the task at hand.
So we were having a conversation about how you guys were both getting dinged in your test.
Yes.
Did that impact your focus at all? Could you see it?
I saw it, yeah. There was a dip, and she asked me, what happened here? And I was like, I got a notification on my phone. I put my watch into my phone and watch into do not disturb. And then it was fine, but it was, it definitely distracted me. That's what these things do. They're built to do this. At some level, we want them to do this? I don't know. That's a question.
So I just tuned it out. I didn't pay any attention to it and change. I just tried to tune it out. I imagine it affected me to some degree, but that's not the task at hand.
Yeah.
So.
Well, which is important, that some people actually can, and be intentional about that. And say, hey, let me just tune everything else out. I'm not going to look at my watch. And you set that intention, mindfulness, again, before you go in, and it's going to help. But still, to that point, you feel the vibe, right?
Right.
Your mind's curious.
Yes.
And so with that, I think that it's important for us to realize sometimes if we're needing to focus, we need to take things and put it in another room, even if you just set it for 20 minutes, just to focus, so that way we're not doing this and getting interrupted. Because this thing is telling you that it's happening.
It's totally happening. There were moments during it that reminded me, routinely we'll go into a flotation tank, sometimes misnamed a sensory deprivation tank, because you aren't deprived of your senses. And it definitely reminded me of some of those moments in the tank, yeah.
So just as far as if you were to give anybody feedback right now, and they're looking, maybe I should buy it, maybe I shouldn't, what would your feedback specifically be?
Already feels like an amazing piece of gear that is able to help me be more, for lack of a better word, more mindful as to what's going on, whether I'm paying attention to what I'm supposed to be paying attention to, or able to relax and tune out things. I think it's a fabulous tool.
And what about you?
The music that it is tuned to use, it worked for me. I like that. That's good.
So this is the beginning of CES. You're starting the week off super high, like with our Frenz Bands. Do you have any other thing you're looking forward to checking out besides Frenz Band?
There's all kinds of things. We do a tech podcast called Mac Geek Gab that's tailored for things that would be of interest to Apple users. And so we've found that our audience loves robot vacuums and things like that. Seriously, it's like, other than Apple tech, it's like robot vacuums and network storage devices that can do smart things, for your home and your media center. So those are kind of some of the things that we've come here to look at.
And these are all powered through AI.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Machine
AI,
learning.
right.
Yeah, pattern recognition.
And then
yeah.
AR and VR
Yeah.
headsets are the big thing. Some that we've seen are not ready for prime time, and others, frankly, amazing.
How can they find you guys? How can they follow you? How can they see what reviews you have throughout the week?
Yeah, absolutely. MacGeekGab.com, MacGeekGab.com. You can follow Matt Geekgab on all the socials, at Dave Hamilton, all the socials, and you are...
At Pilot Pete,
Is it comfortable?
Yeah, the sensors...
feels like maybe a ball cap is on it.
Yeah, I definitely feel the sensors against my head, but yeah, it's fine. It's
Well,
not
you
too
guys,
heavy.
thank you so much for joining us. This was an incredible review by some geeks, not just some randoms, some geeks who actually do this for a living. So they're giving it their stamp, they're saying it's incredible, it's going to change the industry and make you limitless, right here on AI Wellness TV.